Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Tony Capone. I currently serve as the president of the Pediatric Retinal Research Foundation. I'm honored to host today's program in celebration of our third annual Hope for Vision Walk. As you're aware, we kept this year's Hope for Vision Walk a virtual event due to the continuation of COVID outbreaks throughout the country. While we hoped to also have connected in person this year, we are incredibly grateful to watch all of the amazing PRRF supporters throughout the country support this year's walk through photos and videos. Much like the children you support, your passion and dedication to advancing opportunities for pediatric retinal patients is inspiring. Throughout today's program, we're excited to share some of the photos that have been submitted so far, honor and recognize our top fundraising teams and individuals, and share how the funds raised will help advance the mission of the foundation. Before we get started, I'd like to recognize our event sponsor, Bloomfield Construction, who has sponsored the Hope for Vision Walk since its inception in 2019. We truly appreciate your ongoing support. To kick off our program, I'd like to introduce you to Rachel Page, amazing mom of our 2021 honored hero, Laredo.
Hi, my name is Rachel Page, and I'm from Tripola, Iowa. It's a small rural town of 1,300 people. And this is Laredo. Can you say hi? And this is our second year participating in the Hope for Vision Walk. Laredo is just turned 2 last month. And when he was born, I noticed his eyes looked different, but the people in the hospital said everything was okay. At his 2-month checkup, I insisted that there just wasn't something right. I felt like his eyes moved differently. So she referred us to an eye doctor. And while we were there, a few weeks later when we went to the eye doctor, they agreed that something was going on, and they referred us to the University of Iowa Hospital and Clinics. It's a teaching hospital in Iowa City. And so finally, January 23rd, 2019, when Laredo was 4.5 months old, we found out that he had fever, which is familial exudative vitreoretinopathy. And from there, we were referred to Dr. Tracy in Michigan, and April 1st, he had his first exam under anesthesia. And so Laredo will have his eyes looked at, his retinas, about twice a year, because with familial exudative vitreoretinopathy, the blood vessels around the retina leak. And if it's caught soon enough, they can laser those blood vessels and treat that to prevent further complications. Laredo is basically blind in his left eye. The retina has detached, and then in his right eye, he has had laser treatment for the leaking blood vessels. So most kids have to have exams under anesthesia because they can't handle that kind of visit in the office. So Laredo will probably have around 21 exams under anesthesia by the age of 10. So I am running 21 miles in the 2 weeks that this Hope for Vision virtual event is going on. And Laredo has been my running partner for most of it. And sometimes I have to give him fruit snacks or candy to bribe him. And he also likes to collect rocks on the way. Are you okay? You want a drink of water? So tonight we are headed out to go on another probably 2 or 3 mile run, depending on what he thinks. And I thank everybody for their donations, for raising awareness for the kids and for the Hope for Vision Walk. Take care. Say bye. Bye.
Laredo, his family, and the many other families supporting the Hope for Vision Walk are the motivation to the work the Pediatric Retinal Research Foundation provides. PRRF's mission is to support the community impacted by blinding pediatric retinal diseases and champion the quest for cure through innovation. What this means to children, young adults, and families throughout the world is a dedication to improving the lives of children affected by blinding pediatric retinal diseases. Historically, PRRF has focused our efforts on research initiatives. Those initiatives are now coming to fruition as a promising drug is entering the last phase of laboratory development before entering clinical trials, hopefully to eventually evolve to a commercial drug therapy for fever patients. We continue our initiatives to expand our biobank as well, to better understand the vast variety of retinal diseases and pursue treatments to management, therapies, and ultimately cures to these diseases. Look for updates and additional information about our latest research initiatives and our upcoming year-end communications. Additionally, the Foundation is dedicated to expanding our community programming. This year, the Foundation started a family advisory committee comprised of patients and families to drive our strategic priorities to meet the needs of the community affected by vision loss. We're excited to have expanded upon our Ask the Doc webinar to now include 8 supplemental videos that answer questions submitted by families throughout the world. The Family Advisory Council will host a free educational conference this January, and a private Facebook group was created to connect families. The promising expectations of this new drug therapy, as well as the new community programming initiatives, wouldn't be possible without the generous support and dedication of our walk teams, participants, and donors. Thank you for being a part of this annual event and in turn impacting thousands of lives throughout the world. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Jacob Thomas as he shares his incredible journey from diagnosis to now working as a registered nurse.
Jacob is a remarkable young man, and he has a blinding disease in one eye, which requires a lot of treatment and a lot of management, and eventually surgery. And he's handled it extremely well, despite the fact of going through periods of time of great fear of losing his eye.
My name is Jacob Thomas, and I'm a registered nurse in the state of Michigan. When I was 2 years old, my parents took me to a local eye doctor for a checkup. The doctor knew something was wrong but couldn't place his finger on it. And after several misdiagnoses, it led me here to Dr. Michael Tracy through Beaumont Hospital, who was able to diagnose me with Coats disease of my right eye. I could never have imagined what my parents went through several years ago when I was initially diagnosed with Coats disease. They must have felt so afraid and unsure about where to turn to.
So I met Jacob several years ago. He had already been treated and diagnosed with Coats disease at that time. And I followed him now for going on over 15 years.
When I was 25, I vividly remember waking up one day and seeing the curtain, the veil, being lowered from the top of my right eye down, and immediately called Dr. Drensner and scheduled an emergent appointment with her. The human body is quite amazing, and I feel that I have adapted phenomenally despite my vision loss and retinal detachment due to Coats disease, and I will not let this disease be a burden to me and hinder my future endeavors.
Jacob is a great example of how, when given all the appropriate tools, a child with a disability can not just survive, but actually really prosper in life. Jacob has overcome his disabilities, he's overcome his fears to have a brilliant life and a very successful career, and that's our real goal for PRRF.
I'm so happy to see the improvement in the growth of the PRRF Foundation over the past decade. When I was first diagnosed with Coats disease, I was afraid, I was alone, I was scared. I've never cared for a patient suffering from Coats disease, but I see how much support is available to patients suffering from various other conditions. And I'm just thrilled that Coats disease is now being recognized nationally, and this is all thanks to the PRRF Foundation.
Now we'd like to take a moment to celebrate the 2021 Hope for Vision walkers and teams. This year, we're excited and appreciative of the following fundraisers for leading the way. Our top 10 walkers and/or teams as of the time of this recording are number 10, the Rashke family, number 9, Go Team Ari. Number 8, Team Emberly. Number 7, Team Ruby. 6, Kelly Matthew. 5, Team Colin. 4, ARC. 3, Team Aria. 2, Stephanie Burnell. 1, Team Jess. While we encouraged all participants to fundraise during the month of October, we will keep the website open throughout the next month. We certainly welcome everyone to continue the momentum as you reach out to your network of supporters. We're currently over halfway to our goal of $30,000, and we'll share the final results with everyone in the coming weeks. It's so much fun to see everyone coming together throughout the country in support of the PRRF. Looking ahead, we invite you to join us at the PRRF Family Advisory Forum on January 22nd, 2022. Look for a save the date coming to your email soon. We also invite you to join our Hope for Walk Planning Committee for 2022. We're always looking to improve our event, gain valuable feedback, and make the experience for our participants and donors a meaningful one. If you're interested in joining the committee next year, please email Louisa or Stephanie. Finally, we can't say thank you enough for joining us for this year's virtual event. Thank you to everyone for joining the Hope for Vision Walk, but also for spreading awareness about rare pediatric retinal diseases, for supporting one another along the journey, and for helping future generations who will be affected by vision loss. You are truly making a difference in the world. Thank you.